Where was I? How did I get here? What happened to my experience? Where did it all go? I saw a barrel with a flag on top of it, so I decided to go check that out first. Inside was some food, water, a book, a crossbow, and one arrow. Not sure what that's supposed to be for. I opened the book and it said this: "Dear Castaway, for your crimes we have sentenced you to life on this pathetic island. Any attempts to leave the island will result in death by cannon. Consider this your only warning." But nothing was on the island, as far as I knew. A giant pirate ship just off the coast. But even a ship that large could still drop its sails and rotate, the cannons being in range in moments. It didn't matter if I left by boat or I tried to swim, it would end the same way. There had to be another way. I grabbed everything except the book and decided to look around. What crimes are they talking about? I just woke up on this island. So that's when I started digging. There were holes all over the island at this point, and it turned out that mining stone by hand was too slow. Way too slow. But I couldn't give up. But without a pickaxe, there was no use. There was no trees on the island, and I couldn't just go up to the ship and grab some wood. When I was exploring the side of the island near the ship, I noticed a barrel in the water. Inside there were sticks and some wood, so I grabbed those. I needed more wood, but it was too risky to get close to the ship, so I decided to go back. When I almost tripped in this weirdly deep hole. And when I looked down, there was light coming out of it with some ladders as well. It looked like at some point this was someone's home, at least for a short time. Didn't seem to be anyone around right now, so I decided to look around. Inside the barrel there was a couple seeds, some empty bottles, and another crossbow with one arrow. It was just like the barrel that I found when I woke up on the island. There was also a letter. Chef is written on the title. To whoever finds this, it's been 7 days since the captain had me thrown overboard. I've done nothing to deserve this. I just cook the food. If anyone is reading this, avoid the ship with the skull flags. And on the second page it just looks like a recipe for cake. Huh. So that means this person was also stuck here, sentenced to life on this island. But who are they, this ship? Who are they to dispense justice? So I started to make a plan. But first I needed to start mining. So anyways, I started mining. And mining. And mining. And I just mined until I stopped mining. Yeah, you know, not all stories have to be interesting. I was just mining. But after a while, I ran out of materials and came back up. I started grabbing anything I could to burn and turn into charcoal. And then I used that charcoal to make some torches. Charcoal. And with that, I was back to mining. I found some coal, but I hadn't found any iron up to this point, so I was starting to lose hope a little bit. But eventually I found a giant hole. And it sure was a giant hole. So I jumped in and started mining. Up until this point, I had a plan for revenge, but to be honest, I didn't know what to do. It wasn't until I saw something in that cave. Something that gave me an idea. My work here was done, so I decided to go back upstairs. Once I got there, I hit the surface and started looking for gravel. Eventually I did find some, and it even gave me it on the first try. It's like the universe itself was saying, revenge. After that I went back to Chef's place and threw a torch down. After that I made a flint and steel, and then I made a lightning rod. All part of the plan. All the easy stuff was out of the way. Now came the hard part. I needed a creeper. That wasn't so bad. Everything was coming together. Under the cover of night, I carefully constructed a bridge up to the ship so I could lure the creeper. It was a little tricky getting the creeper up to the ship, especially with all the other mobs around. But eventually... The explosion, while still small, created a giant hole in the side of the ship, and it quickly filled with water. Fire made its way across the ship as well. I could already hear the crew waking up downstairs. In the light of morning, I climbed the mast all the way to the top, and then I spotted their captain, in the front of the ship, unprotected. I had to finish this. After I slayed the captain and watched the ship burn in the distance, my revenge plan had been complete. I could come and go from this island as freely as I want. But I still felt like I was missing something. It felt like there was something I forgot about. So I went back to the barrel that I found shortly after waking up. This is a totally different letter. But how? Dear Captain, during your most recent paranoid rampage, you had our cook thrown overboard, doomed to starve or die by our own cannon. He was a good man. You had half the men believing he was an enemy of the sea itself, on a mission to slay Poseidon. The crew agreed to give you 3 days to get your wits back, but after that we're leaving with or without you. If at any time you want to come back as a crew member, we will gladly accept you back. The crew. The ship. My ship. The crew. My crew. What have I done? Was I really the captain? The whole time? What cruel fate this is. And the chef. Was it really me? It was me who sentenced him there. How could I? This is the end for me.